So let me know which question you have. I like the first two. I read this question myself. So first of all, I will have to find the average rate of change. So if I plug in 9, what am I gonna get?
Okay.
1/5, right? So hold on a second. Let me make this bigger. If I plug in, so I can do this calculation on the side. F of 9 is equal to 1/5 because 1 square root of 9 plus 2, that's equal to 1/5. F of 4 is what? 4 plus 2 is 1/4. So 1/5 minus 1/4 over 9 minus 4. So I'm going to multiply, I'm going to say this is multiplied by 4/4 and 5/5. So that is going to give you negative 1/20, right?
Yeah.
Over 5. So negative 1/20 divided by 5. So this fraction divided by 5, so it's 1/5. So that's equal to negative 1/100. Now, some people have problem with the second one. Now, what I would do is this. I would change this to natural log x to the 1/2. Why do I do that? I don't have to deal with square root. Because they are practically means the same thing. Does that make sense? Can I move to the front? And can I plug in f of e to the 3? That means 1/2 natural log e to the 3rd. That becomes 3/2. Is that okay? Because the natural log of e cancel. F of e to the square, so it's going to be 1/2 ln of e squared, that's equal to 1. So it'll be 3/2 minus 1 over e to the 3rd minus e squared. Julia, you have the order wrong. It should be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now you have a whole time to go over it. You should have been corrected before I go over it. And not Safa, I got it wrong. Safa, did you get it wrong? Why? Well, you don't convert it, you're going to get the same answer, but convert it will be a lot easier. So that is going to be 1/2 e third minus e squared, or 1/2 e to the 3rd minus e squared. I don't know how many you guys got this right. You need to be able to do simple algebra. I don't know if I have a 12. Did anybody convert this? What is it?
15.
15 degree?
Oh, sorry, 75.
75, right?
Yeah.
This one, it should be 335? 315, sorry. This one is what? Huh? 0.85? No. What pi? Huh? 4/5 pi, that's right. 7/18 pi, good. What is the inverse of this one? Anybody can tell me what's the inverse of this one? Lena, I cannot hear you. Gotta speak up loud.
Y equals parentheses 2 power of x minus 4 parentheses closing parentheses and plus 1.
Plus 1 like this? Is it with Austin agree? Okay. Austin, can you tell me this one?
Log 2 parentheses x minus 2 over 6 plus 1.
Like this?
Plus 1.
Plus 1, okay. Charlotte, can you tell me the C? You didn't finish the homework? You guys gotta finish. Charlotte? No, Neil?
Negative 4x minus 2 over 2 minus
2 minus 7x. Everybody agree? Yes. Okay, so this is actually reflections, dilation of 2, right 4, up 1, dilation of 6, left 2, down 4. Everybody got this part? Should be easy. Okay, so this one's f of g of x. So that means g of x is going to place there. So it's going to be 1 over x plus 2 plus 1. F of x is going to replace here. So it will be square root of 1 over x plus 1 plus 2. G of 2 is 2. And this one's 1 over 3rd, I believe. Is that right? F of 3 is 1 over 4. And I'm going to plug in there. So it'll be 1 over 4 plus 2. That's equal to 9 over 4, which is 3 over 2. Any question about homework? Questions? No? Okay. Make sure you know how to simplify the 1/2 natural log of x. I mean, make sure natural log square of x, you can simplify it that way, so you can actually get there. I don't know how many of you guys got this answer. How many of you guys got this answer? 1, 2, Nathan, 3. Okay, so make sure your answer know how to do it. So now I'm gonna make sure of the question that you already learned, and also previous idea, I'm combining that. So average rate of change is something that will be on 3 different tests. Actually, today I create, oh shit. No, I forgot to bring my calculus test. Shit. Okay, no man. Any other questions? Yesterday I went over the question. I think there was a mistake. I'll go over there. Okay, so I'll go over that in a second. So you will have negative angles in terms of trigonometry. Negative angle is just going backwards. So usually you want to draw your initial side. You want to draw your initial side is right here. The red part is right here. This is your initial side. If you go to here, let's say if you go from here to here, and that's positive 135 degrees. But if you're going backwards, which is this counterclockwise, it's a positive angle. So what if I go counterclockwise? Let's just say if I have this, and I can go this initial side right here. And if I go in this way, clockwise, that means negative 90 degrees. Does that make sense? Clockwise is negative. So you can have negative angle. Because just to tell you different orientation, but you got to be able to draw it. So when I ask you draw, then you gotta draw from here to here, draw a curve from here to here. So how do I draw negative pi over 4? First of all, do you know what degree is negative pi over 4? How do I draw it? Clockwise, but how many degrees though? So Austin can figure out that's 45. Can the rest of you guys figure out 45? What is 45? 45 is half of 90. And that's it. This is the negative pi over 4. So that's how you draw it. Okay. Next, I'm going to talk about two type of angle. One is what is coterminal angle. And one is what is reference angle. But before that, I'm going to do one more. How about 9 pi over 4? How do I draw 9 pi over 4? Can you convert 9 pi over 4 to degrees first? And figure out where they're at? Mirana, do you get a calculator? Oh no, yeah, don't go by yourself. Do you guys know how to draw it? Emerson, you done? Then why just stay there? You haven't tried it. If you guys don't try to fail, actively fail at something, you're not gonna succeed. You have to try first instead of just look at me waiting for me to go over. That's not a way to learn. You can fix it after I go over, but you cannot not do anything just waiting for me. You haven't even converted degrees. You haven't even tried it. You haven't even failed yet. How are you gonna succeed? I never had problem people fail at something. I failed plenty of times, and I'm okay with it. Failure is not a failure until you let it be. Failure is a byproduct. I don't care how many times you fail, but I care you do try it. Draw it out as much as you can and see what is going on. So, which quadrant is your angle, Emerson?
Third.
Third. Okay. Cohen, which quadrant is your first? Where's your terminal side? Huh? Okay. Neil, which quadrant is your terminal side? Third. Armin? Second. Okay. Julia? You don't know? Have you tried it? Safa? What? It will be on some quadrant. Charlotte? You're not sure how to determine quadrant. Good question. That's fine. Okay, so Jesus? Second? Katie? First. First is correct. Okay, so 9 pi over 4 is 300 what degrees? Or 400 what? 405. So that means you're going to go counterclockwise once. And you're going to go, sorry, that was very bad. So you're going to go counterclockwise once. And you're going to go 45 more degrees right here. And that's your terminal side. So, Charlotte, this is how you determine a quadrant. 1, 2, 3, 4. It says C. I see some people do it like this. That's how you determine a quadrant. Charlotte, understand? Never forget them because that is going to be on your SAT. You have to know which quadrant is something. Got it? Okay, I'll try one more. I'm kind of worried about you guys. Negative 17 pi over 3. Draw it out. You guys told me which quadrant are they? Katie, do not be afraid to graph something. All your point is deduct from graphing questions. You have to try. You have to actively try something. Fail at something, fix it. Fail at something, fix it. Fail at something, fix it. I don't give a shit how many times you fail. I give a shit about you trying. A lot of you guys see graphing automatic, I'm done. Life's over. Guess what? You're gonna have to learn how to manage it. Life's not over. You're gonna fix it. Andrew, which quadrant is it? 4. Julia, which quadrant is it? 3rd? Emerson?
Yeah.
Eden. Okay. I don't know which quadrant it is. I'm gonna show you. Here's you need to know some basic things. You should know this to start at 0. Now I'm just gonna do it in terms of pi. For 180 degrees pi, does that make sense? This is 2 pi. Does that make sense? So 2 pi is equal to how many pi over 3? 6 over 3, right? 6 over 3, that's going once. So I can go once. That's a 6 pi over 3. Is that okay? I'm gonna go again. Huh? Oh yes, you're right. Sorry. Thank you. So it's gonna clockwise here. So that gonna change some ideas. You're right. I didn't pay attention clockwise. So here, that is gonna be 6 pi over 3. Is that okay? And go again. That's gonna be what? 12 pi over 3. Is that okay? And then again, it's gonna be 18 pi over 3. But we're gonna stop at 17 pi over 3. So it's gonna go like here. Does that make sense? You guys got first? Those of you guys got fourth is because you think about what I think before. It was positive. I go in rotation, wrong rotation. But thanks to Austin, fix it for me. Because I forgot what's negative. So this is 17 pi over 6. 3, sorry, negative. And pi over 3 is 60. Yes, right, that's right. All right, so let's go figure out what is coterminal angle. Coterminal angle is this. What is coterminal angle? Basically, it's give you the same position. So give you same position. So the angle is give you same position. So what does that mean? The angle give you a same position. For example, what is exactly coterminal angle, then there's infinite amount of coterminal angle, by the way. So what if is you got 40 degrees? What will be exactly same position as 40 degrees? What is it? 400. That's good. So that's going to be 400 degrees. How did he know that? Just add 360. So you can set that position, you rotate exactly 2 pi or 360 degrees. That is going to give you 400 degrees. Okay, what about 7 pi over 9? How do you find out coterminal angle of 7 pi over 9? So you can add and subtract 360 degrees if it's the angle. You can even subtract 360 degrees. So there's infinite amount of representation of same positions. There's infinite amount. We're talking about it can be infinite amount. It can be 0 degrees, could be 360 degrees, could be 720 degrees, could be 1080 degrees. That's the same exact representation. So coterminal angle can be infinite amount of representation. So 7 pi over 9, can you think of one representation that's equate to 7 pi over 9? Cohen? Don't convert back to degree. Think about in terms of radian. Maybe Brendan knows? Huh? How about how do you do it without converted degrees? Instead of adding, subtracting 360, Ian, what can I adding, subtracting with what? 6 pi over 3. Well, it's a good choice, but what is 6 pi over 3? 2 pi, right? Can I just add 2 pi to something? In this case, it's 18 pi over 9. So you can do 7 pi over 9 plus 2 pi. And that's going to be a reference angle, right? Or subtracting 2 pi. You can subtracting 2 pi, adding 2 pi, adding 4 pi. So you can do this. You can do any of those. So that's going to be, give me what? 25 pi over 9. So you can do this. K, what is K? K is any number. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can add 720. Why? Because K is 2. You can add 720 in terms of 2 pi. That's be 4 pi. You can add 4 pi. You can subtract 2 pi. You can subtract 6 pi. They're all the same representation. Is that okay? So how about this? Negative 135 degree. Can you give me two representation? One's a positive angle, positive coterminal angle. One's a negative coterminal angle. That's called coterminal angle. The angle give you exact same positions, but there are infinite amount of representations. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's my bad. No, it's fine. This is a coterminal angle. Just adding 360 or subtract 360.
If you're crossing out people's questions on the test, like you would if you cross out this question, are you still counting it towards the
No, I'm not. I'm not counting against you.
Oh, so then what else should I get wrong?
Just another
Oh, no.
Can I get
How
back
is the same as doing the 360 or doing 360 degrees? It's just a way for you to do it.
Something you did wrong besides that one.
It's easier to
It's
do
not
it
that
like
one.
that. You don't have to
I don't remember.
on the test, but you might want to know if he might think
I'll look at it. It doesn't matter. 2 points, 1 point, maybe 1.5 point. Probably less than 1.5 point. You know, good news.
What?
I printed out a test. I forgot to bring it.
So we don't have
Sorry, I'm gonna make your general override this second, Mr. Yan.
Are you serious?
I did forgot to bring it. I was so mad at first period.
We're not taking it today?
I guess not.
I was so... No, that's good.
You ready or you not ready?
I was not ready, but I had mentally prepared myself.
Also, yeah,
To take it out?
I had to like,
No,
I had
I
to
did
be,
my best.
I had to be like inshallah mindset.
I was like, okay, I might not, like, you know, do great, but I'm gonna do my best. That's what I'm gonna do.
I was prepared myself, myself.
I have to mentally.
I actually make it last night.
You planned ahead, that's why.
I printed out and it was on purple paper.
Why were you mad at your first period?
Huh?
You said you were mad at your first period?
No.
He's taking his anger out on them.
No, I was mad. I wasn't mad at them. I was mad at myself because I print out on the purple paper, and you know, purple paper doesn't copy
Yeah.
over. So I changed the white paper, and when I changed the paper, print it out, and forgot to bring it.
I
was like-
go over log today.
Yeah, we're gonna go over it. Do you still have question about calculator?
I mean, I think I'm okay. I kind of just like stared at it. I guess I'll.
Huh?
They call it Anton.
Hi, Mr. Too early this evening? Wait, are you serious? What? Wait, you forgot?
I did forget.
About what?
I forgot your test. I forgot to bring the test. It's my printer. It's in my printer. I forgot to bring it at home.
Wait, what?
You don't understand today. You don't understand tomorrow. So
Okay, what you did. But like, stop, but like, you don't know the stress I was under, like the stress, you know, literally, I was like, yesterday, I was like, cause I
you
just-
guys not supposed to do homework at 11 o'clock at night.
No,
I
I
see
started
the-
early. I started like 5 and like it kept on going till there, you know. It was just like, it was just me going through this thing. I was here. I saw the desk.
I got over this Sunday. Over this Sunday.
Wait, what happened in your printer?
I printed on a purple paper. You know how like this paper, like this type of paper,
Uh-huh.
and you know those paper doesn't copy because they're gonna bring the shade over to the other side. So when I print out, it's gonna be gray. And I forgot to bring it.
You know, it's okay. We've got some lost. Are we gonna learn something new today?
What?
Are we gonna learn something new today?
We're learning something new.
That won't be on the test, right?
Did the test get moved?
Yeah, I moved it tomorrow.
Okay.
Somebody gotta help you.
Yeah. I wasn't here like I was supposed to be back 2 days ago and I just couldn't get out.
Now it's good time to call somebody to help you,
Yeah.
which is maybe call Callie or whatever.
Yeah. Tonight I will study a lot.
Okay.
I studied on the plane and before.
Okay. Did you know? Do you have calculator, right?
Yes.
This is the part that you don't need you don't need to be able to do algebra, which is
Yeah, the FTC stuff I feel pretty good about. The calculator stuff, it's okay. I just need to spend more time with it.
okay. Julissa, it's because you.
No test.
It's because Julissa. On the way out, Julissa is like, I'm gonna pray to the Lord that the test will be moved.
That was me. That was me.
No, you prepared test.
took the L. No, I didn't take the R.
All right, so yeah, I printed on a like this kind of paper this morning, and because my printer ran out of paper, it just print out this paper, but I realized it's gonna be when I copy over, your paper is gonna be completely gray because this has shade. So if I print it over, it's gonna be shade. So and I print out another one on a white paper. I found a white paper, I printed out, and then this morning I was like, I'm gonna try to come in earlier, and then I forgot to bring the paper. It is what it is. Apologize. Sorry you're just so disappointed. That's not today. But tomorrow's short day or long day? Why?
And Friday.
No, tomorrow's gonna
What is CPR day?
We learned. Well,
Let me die. I don't need y'all to give me CPR.
Okay. We also have pep rally Friday.
Yeah, Pep Rally's gonna make the class shorter, but Thursdays and tomorrow's
Yeah.
Oh, tomorrow's a regular day?
So the test is still gonna be the
Yes,
same.
it is. There's a PCR for 15 minutes for English.
Then I might have I put a test on short days better. I wait 7 minutes.
Alright, what we're gonna learn today?
I'm thinking.
Are you gonna
No, he's not. He's not.
All right, so your test basically you will have one question of particle motion with multiple parts more than AP exam. AP exam has 4 parts. I'm gonna ask you 8 parts. That means you have to understand how to do speed. You have to understand total distance, total displacement, average velocity, average acceleration. You have to know all that. So you will get multiple parts on a particular question. Your FTC is going to be normal. FRQ only 4 parts. And your one more question is rate in and rate out. It's going to be 4 parts. Where's Kevin go?
Those are all the questions, right?
Huh?
Any more?
Kevin didn't show up. That's it, huh?
Can you go over something?
Why?
Justification of answers.
What kind? Tell me what am I going over?
No, like just like if it asks you a question where you're doing a calculator, like, and you're finding like this, I don't know, you're finding something, it's like justify your answer.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Usually, if you ask you like furthest left or right, and or absolute maximum min, or minimum value or maximum value, they all table. Everything's table.
Is the number line test a justification for like increasing, decreasing?
No, so for that particular part, I think all you gotta do is says f prime of x is less than 0, then that's decreasing. F prime of x is greater than 0 is increasing.
Like it's negative or positive.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's called first derivative test. Actually, that's a test for increasing and decreasing. Okay, any other part that you need to know? When do including initial condition?
When you're
But
talking about
positions, right? Position basically.
Yeah, talk about final positions,
for distance or displacement.
not for distance or average velocity or speed, doesn't matter. None of those things matter. Maximum value, yes, table. You have to do critical point endpoints. Okay, so yes.
For the homework that was like 2 days ago, the last question for part D, I wasn't too sure what the equation was, so I wrote out an equation. Can I double check it's correct?
Which one?
Like the last part, last question.
The rate in, rate out?
Yeah.
Let me see what I have.
No, dude, it's about his test. I had a dream. I told the class my calculator is broken. This day was like, I know people who calculate. And I was trying to do like that.
Something I will say.
I was trying to do the interview of natural law in my head. I was was here for like 5 periods.
Which part? T?
Yeah, so excited.
I did 50 equals 30 plus, you know, the integral from 0 to w of f1 minus 0 to w of f2.
It's not f1, f2. It's actually r of t minus d of t. You cannot use your terminology of your calculator. You have to use the terminology here. Otherwise, they don't know what the hell is f1 and what's f2.
The last.
And oh, by the way, this answer is 14.
Yo, you're dating that vlog.
Your other website's not.
Oh, my bad.
Wait, did I just figure out C for that one? Alvin, did you figure out C for that one? You did. What'd you do? This, I remember we thought that like one of the like.
Did you see because you have to find like critical point, so you have to take derivative.
Both right, so
You do that.
We had to G prime. So I took the derivative of that, and then I got once I solved it, it was G prime of x equals x. So we're just y. Wait, what? Can you go over where the gravel works? Oh, so it'd be like 3 left.
What'd you say?
The 2 last questions.
What? This one?
No, the 2 last.
This one's on the video. This one we did in class. We did it on video yesterday. The first one's integration between 0 to 8r t dt 76.570. And the second one's r3 minus d3 is less than 0. Decreasing. I don't know. Nathan's asking part B yesterday on this one.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Do you understand?
Is that what I said?
It's decreasing.
Yeah, because it's like 98 and you have to subtract 100 at the hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was confused in the video. Ethan said the same thing, and you're like, no, just G. I was like,
I didn't say that.
This is
In the-
I thought that was the last one.
I still.
This one's
in the video, yeah.
On this one, this one's 100, not 100t. It's g of t minus 100. Min was asking 100t yesterday, but it was 100. So it's g of t minus 100 because of 100 per hour. That's a rate. I didn't say no to him. I don't know what you're talking about.
You said what was on the test?
You're gonna have one of those questions. You're gonna have one of those questions, and you're gonna have one question with multiple parts.
Why not?
Are you okay?
Hmm?
You okay?
Yeah, I kind of like studied this morning, and I was like, I'm gonna skip first period, and then I forgot today was early day, so I was like, oh, I'm late for my test.
All right. So we're gonna talk about logarithm.
Wait, sorry.
So you have one more day to get knowing how to use calculators. Make sure you know how to use calculator, okay? I cannot teach you how to use calculator. Only thing is you gotta go in and try it and then do it yourself. Don't look at other people's papers as, oh yeah, I know how to do it. You can. You gotta try it. Calculator is harder. All right, so that's fine. I'll get 12. Okay, logarithm. First of all, do you guys know the value of E? E is what? 2.718. Well, that's the number that you need to know. pi, you need to know 3.14. Do you guys know how to get value of pi?
5 second equals?
No.
Like how to like software like on paper.
How do you find pi? How do people find pi? Oh my god. Jesus. Yes.
You divide by 2r?
No.
Bro.
If I give you a cup like this, how do you find the value of pi? Divide by circumference by what? Thank you. Circumference divided by diameter. You can take the diameter of the sun and circumference of the sun divided by each other. No, you don't need to write down, but this is basic knowledge you guys should know in calculus. Don't tell them you are from me if you don't know how to find the value of pi. My student outside 4th grade didn't know how to find the value of pi. 4th grade. And y'all on calculus still don't know shit. So that's bad. All right, logarithms. What do you need about logarithms? Well, first of all, natural log of 1 is equal to what? Oh boy.
Log 0. Log e. No, 0.
Y'all are worse than my pre-calc class.
Log e, right? Yeah, it's log in the e. I'll make a check it over. Oh, I'm even 0. I'm playing at 0.
You guys are hopeless.
Natural log is 10. Natural log is natural log is ln.
Y'all are hopeless. All right, fine. I'll start from beginning. All right, something to help you ACT. Not SAT, but you need to know this. 2 to the 3rd power is equal to what? 8. How do you convert to logarithm form?
Natural log 2 8 equals 3.
Log 2 8 equal to 3. Thank you. How do you know that? Who's your teacher? Did he teach you this?
Yeah, he taught us like some, I don't know. He said like he had some sort of like memory device.
Oh, Bambi or
Yeah,
something?
kill Bambi.
It's kind of like the triangle thing. It's like this one dies, and then
Yeah.
like.
All right, so I'm gonna teach you a way. You always start at a base. This is a base, right? This is an exponent, right? You always draw a sideways heart. So it's gonna go like this. From start with base, sideways heart, like this. So then you're gonna be log base 2 of 8 is equal to 3. And you can draw a sideways heart like this. You can convert back to the logarithm. We can convert to the exponent form. 2 to the 3rd is equal to 8. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Or an ass. Just kidding. I don't know. Ass is very interesting words. No, it's a very interesting word. Have you seen this Finnish comedian? He's like the ass. It was such an interesting word when he come to the United States. He's like, ass means different things at different time if you use in different syntax. You know what I'm talking about? Like dead ass, half ass, stupid ass. Like they all means like totally different things. Like words could be like just means different things. So I always thought like it's pretty interesting words. Half ass. What how many words can form ass? That means differently. Jackass. What else? No.
Black ass, Asian ass.
No. This comedian, he's really funny. Yeah, that's what I told my son. I was like, you stupid ass. And he's like, ooh, you say the A word. I say A ass means donkey. Anyway, so you have to know some basic graph. Here's the basic graph you need to know. The graph of e to the x. You have to know this graph. It's e to the x graph. Why you need to know that? Because e to the 1 is what? Or e to the 0 is what? 1. Okay, good. So how about limits x approach negative infinity of e to the x? Zero. Good. You are reading the graph because you're supposed to read the graph. You read a graph, you understand that going to this side is going towards 0. You need that for Calc 2. Or you need that for Calc 1 as well. But is that okay? Okay. Now, what is the domain and range of this graph? Domain is going to be negative infinity to infinity. Range is going to be from where to where? 0 to infinity. Good. Now, this point, I call it anchor point. They will always intersect at 0, 1. Now, I'm also going to talk about natural log of x. Natural log of x are the inverse of e to the x. So it's going to look like this. So natural log of 1 is what? 0. You look at the graph. Look. 0. What is natural log of e? 1. So actually a little bit higher. So hold on a second. It's going to be like this.
If for e, the power of e to the equal to e has to be 1. And you organize your head. This is like a fraction.
Okay, how about limits as x approach to 0 from the positive of a natural log of x? Yep, 0 from the positive side, not positive 0. There's no such a thing as positive 0, you dumbass. 0 from the positive side. Say it right, huh? Negative infinity, thank you.
Oh, so it's like, well, e goes to negative infinity is approaching 0. It's like the flip.
Because there was an asymptote right here for this. There was a horizontal asymptote, but there is a vertical asymptote here. Remember, I told you this is the graph that you need to know at algebra tests.
Is there also kind of like a slant asymptote, or is it?
There is no slant asymptote, but there is a symmetry line here that this is inverse to each other, so they have a symmetry. Y equal to x. That's where the symmetry between e to the x and natural log of x. Got it? Okay. So, first of all, I want you to convert this to logarithm form. Ln e, well, ln and e, they are inverse to each other, so they kind of cancel out each other, become 1. But ln means log base e. Now they are log. Log means log base of 10. So if log of e is e and e gonna cancel out, it's gonna become 1. And they're inverse to each other.
Why is it so important?
Yeah, it's very important, not only a little bit. We're gonna talk about it later, but I don't have enough time to talk about e.
Let's keep pushing, yo.
E is one of the most important number in the world.
I think you're right.
That's another story for another day. Limit as x approach infinity of parenthesis 1 plus 1 over x to the x power is the definition of e. Let me write it down. Limit as x approach to infinity of 1 plus 1 over x to the x is equal to the e. That's just a calculus definition of a Euler's number. Should I explain that? No, I should not. Did you convert to logarithm? So log base of 4, right? 64 is equal to 3. So draw a sideways heart. And that's how you do it. You can draw a sideways heart again. The b4 to the third is equal to 64. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a logarithm worksheet out because I feel like you guys need help with logarithm. So, and I don't want to cover like derivative integration. So I'm going to give you a crash course of logarithm in like the next 20 minutes. So the logarithm, there was always one question on ACT, log. Not everybody's taking ACT, but well, it's not loading.
2 years since
Yeah, because I need to teach it. Yeah, this is the best worksheet I ever make. Okay, so question 6. Do you know what's log 2 of 8 is equal to?
It's equal to 3.
3, good. Okay, so do you know how to expand and compress? So, for example, I'm gonna give you this worksheet. You guys gonna have to figure out how to do all the problems. And there's answers.
No.
Those are answers. Okay, so let's start with some basic things. Do you guys know the property of log?
Yes.
So sad.
Yeah.
Wait, what the hell is my log worksheet?
Literally.
So this worksheet is a very common worksheet, so ability. Create new notes. Import. Okay, so this is everything you need to know about log. I'm gonna airdrop to you. Anybody plan on taking ACT?
Is it worth it?
Huh?
Is it worth it?
Actually, higher tier college look ACT more than SAT. Usually, like ACT is like a go-to because ACT tests science reading and math is 60 questions, so it's very straightforward. It's all about speed. I like it.
Like speed of the question?
You had to get 60 minutes and 60 questions. So 60 seconds per questions. And used to be no calculator, but now you're allowed to use calculator, but it's no decimals. But not everybody's taking ACT. More people taking SAT. No, it's not less focus. Actually, more. Huh?
There's 4 sections.
It's a wider range. As the math is wider range. But there's science reading, so science reading cover the other part of.
No, everything about chemistry.
I think ACT is better standardized test than SAT any day, especially now. SAT's gotten dumber. All right, so can you guys answer 11? Write down the answer. Don't shout it, Nathan. If you shout it, other people stop thinking.
Draw the graph of every logarithmic function.
You should know how to do that. That's why I told you, you asked me. Your basics is not strong. You think you are good at math, but you're not. Like your basic is not strong. You don't know the basic things.
No, I can't draw the graph. No, not even. I can draw the graph. I'll look at the wrong function anyway.
Like, oh. Like all you guys will not pass my algebra 2 class.
You made us know. Very aware of that.
Like algebra class is so weak these days. Yeah.
Were you asking to like rewrite it like we were doing before?
No, I want you to find a value y.
No. No.
No, is it the
What is it going to?
Everybody finish or no? Okay, it should be 4 to the y. So it should be 4 to the y to the 1/8. So 4 to the y equal to 1/8. Now you have to change the common base. So that's going to be 2 to the 2y, and this is going to be 2 to the -3. Why?
You can set 2y.
Yep, 2y equal to -3. Y is equal to -3 over 2. So the answer is -3 over 2.
You don't have to approach it like that, right?
But this is probably best way to explain it. Okay, so I'm not gonna go to that. So here is the basic parts. Log. Actually, I'm gonna use natural log. Actually, I'll use log. Log of m plus log of n equal to log of m times n. Log of m minus log of n equal to log of m over n. Log of m n is equal to log of m to the n power. So those are the 3 rules you need to know. For pre-cal, I asked this, they know this rule. So it's log of m, log base of b of m equal to natural log of m over natural log of b, or log of m over log of b. You should know basic rule like this. So then you got to be able to expand something like this. So for example, I'm going to expand one question. I'm going to say log, I don't know. And now if I don't write any base, that means base is what? 10. Good. So I'm going to say log of 100 y to the 4 and then square root of x z to the 3rd. Something like this. I want to expand something like this. How do I expand them? Well, you see the top is multiply each other, right? So it must be log of 100 times a plus log of y to the 4. Does that make sense?
X z to the y.
Minus 1/2 log of x z to the 3rd. Why is minus 1/2 log z to the 3rd? Because this can change to 1/2 power, right? You follow me? And then I can expand more. Log of 100 plus 4 log of y. Expanding, that means that 4 need to be in the front. And then this one's going to be minus 1/2 times log of x plus 3 log of y. Does that make sense? So this is 2 plus 4 log of y.
Okay, 3 log of z.
Yeah, this is z. So minus half log of x minus 3 over 2 log of z. Now, some people think this is a positive. This is actually negative because they are in denominator. So that's how it expanded properly.
Just keep rewriting and rewriting it.
So I'll expand all the way out here. This is called expansion. You can do compression as well. Condensation is condensed to 1 log. So how do you condense this to 1 log? Now this is a little bit harder because there was a 2 there. So you had to convert it to in terms of log, but that's that. Now everything can be natural log though. Natural log can replace all the things can be replaced with natural log. So you should know how to expand all this. You want to try one? Okay, I'll give you one. Should I give you an easy one or hard one? Okay, this one. 12. What do you guys think? Julissa, finish? If you finish, you can check the answer in the back. Airdrop to you. You can try 11 if you think you're good. 11 is a little bit harder. You guys have never seen square root inside a square root, have you?
Give me some harder questions, Mr. Yang. Come on. I'm kidding.
You ready? This is my pre-cal test.
I feel it's getting back to me, but
Don't remind me, that's
What'd you guys get for 12? 1/2 log of x. Good so far. Plus log of y. Good. 4 log of z. Good. That's the correct one. You guys did this at the beginning of the year? You had a question? You don't understand. Okay. First of all, let's take the step one step at a time. So that's log of x y to the square over z to the 8 to the 1/2 power. Does that make sense? You can put it in the front. And that's equal to 1/2 log parenthesis x, right? Plus log of y squared, right? Minus log of z to the 4th, 0 to the 8th. Is that okay? So that is gonna be, I'm gonna put down the, I'm gonna just do one more step. That's gonna be 1/2 log of x, and this one is 2 gonna be in the front. So 2 and 1/2 is gonna cancel out, so it's gonna be plus log of y. Does that make sense? And the 8 put in front, 8 divided by 2, so it's gonna be minus log of z to the 4 in the front. So you gotta know how to expand them. All right.
Wait, on number 10, if it's just the 4th root, is it just to the same thing?
1/4 power.
You got it, right?
Huh? All right, I'll give you a question for pre-calc test. I'll see if you can
I mean,
handle it.
did you tell us everything you taught them? Pretty much? Oh, okay, but
That 81.
No, this is just for people who are bored. Yeah.
Already fixed that.
No, you're solving for x.
do that 2 times.
Wait, where's the question?
Okay, so got it? Okay, let's study true and false. Is number 1 true or false? True. Is number 2 true and false?
False. False, man.
Alvin, what do you think? False is true. False is right.
Wait, can you explain why it's false?
Because log s doesn't have a distribute property with it. Think about this. If this is true, then you're going to have log a over b, so it's not log a minus b. So you can prove on the other side. Is this true or false? This is true. Is number 4 true or false? Huh?
Wait. Yeah, it's false.
False. Is number 5 true or false?
True.
Number 5 true or false?
That's false.
That's false or that's true?
False.
It's false. Because again, this one you can do a change in base, so that it's gonna be log of a of b, but does not mean log a minus b. Log a minus b is nothing. There's no property with log base a b. Is this true or false?
It's false.
False.
It's 50-50. You got to know the reason why it's false, why it's true.
Because the whole equation.
Well, if you, yeah, the whole it's in parentheses and the put the exponent at like.
So the only be true if this is a natural log a to the k. It's not natural log a parenthesis to the k. It's really matter how this argument is. It's really important. Is 7 true or false?
This it's true. Because if you put in one,
False. No, it's true.
It's true.
it's true.
Okay, your homework is finished. All of them here. What'd you get for your answer? 5/3? That's not even hard.
Basic. I learned basic in 5 minutes.
Basic in 5 minutes.
I don't care what it is. I'll learn it really quick.
Okay, here, if you think you're good at basic, here. I'll give you an algebra test that you can't even barely pass.
Insane.
Or like you put on 3R, like
John, I'll take the algebra today. You think I'm never gonna take
I practiced all my work for today. So now I know if
oh my god.
Well, more rough.
Oh no.
I'm not saying I'm like 7 years behind. I'd be a
That's supposed to be it. You're ready for one day, you're ready for the next day. If you're not ready today, you're not ready tomorrow.
Except on every 18th day, I do a
But you know how you like sword and then you use the sword, you gotta sharpen it again. That's right. You gotta like, sharpen it.
You gotta sharpen it every day.
because I was ready that day, and then I forgot. I forgot everything. I don't remember anything in that class, but I passed. So like,
I guess.
It's true. I'm not gonna forget.
I was ready.
But you know, it's chill. It's good that I did a review.
we probably was like, oh,
Yeah, but I just like answer your
You guys got the use of yesterday.
That's how we're supposed to.
I don't know, Missy.
What?
Are you cooking here? I'm wearing 3 layers.
you're like press.
I mean, not cold. It's not that cold.
It is that cold. You will not tell me it's not that cold. It is that cold. And there's a soccer team today. Oh, you're probably-
Yeah,
After school.
Yeah, on the stream. Yeah, yeah.
But I thought this is
I just.
Yeah, I feel like I have
0.75. Really?
like you wrote it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wrote it on a test, but I print on this type of paper because okay, so my printer ran out of paper, so my printer has the purple paper. So I print on the purple paper, and then if you take that purple paper to print on the white paper in the copy machine, it will come out gray. So the inside part it's gonna be all gray. It's gonna waste a lot of ink, and it's gonna be hard to see because they can only tell black and white. So this color will show as a gray, so it'll be black on gray. And I screwed up, so I put a new paper in there, and then the white paper I put in there, and I just forgot to bring it. I left it in my house, I forgot to bring it. That's the story, but anyway. All right, so shh. Yeah, so long story short is this morning I printed out a paper on like a blue paper like this. It would because my printer doesn't have paper and print out on the blue paper. And if you blue paper take on a printer to print, it's gonna be dark, it's gonna be gray on the base and black on top of gray. So it's gonna have because the printer doesn't recognize the blue. They're gonna recognize as a gray, so it's gonna be really ugly and use a lot of ink. And I print out the new one. I forgot to bring the new one. I bring the old one, but I didn't bring the new one. So anyway, that's the story. But anyway, you are gonna have a test like this. For the particle motion, it's gonna be more than the actual AP exam. It's gonna be 8 parts questions. It looks like that. Okay, so you have to understand all 8 parts. You have to understand all 8 parts. And if you understand, it's gonna be very fast just going through it. You are also gonna have you're not gonna have a no calculator, but you should understand how to do this. This is basic U substitutions, or derivative of a cosine and sine. You should have understand this because this can be shown up on MCQ. You are gonna have one question like this. It's FTC. I love FTC. I will continue to test you FTC until end of the year. Those are the easy point. Those are people who cannot do algebra. You can actually do this. Or actually, you don't need to know how to do algebra with the first questions. You don't need to know how to do algebra with this one as well. Maybe a little bit here. And you need to know how to do algebra on this, but this is always a multiple choice questions. So tomorrow's question, I'm probably gonna put this on it now because I have extra time. And I have some extra time with the U substitution. So I will probably including those in there. Since I just need to add 2 more questions. So you are gonna have one of the questions like this. I'll give you extra practice today for write in and write out. 1 extra questions. I probably give you 1 extra practice question for FTC as well. Okay, but we are gonna go logarithm. The next section we are gonna learn is called logarithm. Logarithm differentiation. But I cannot really teach you logarithm differentiation unless you know basic of log. A lot of you guys don't know what the basic log, which is I'm kind of depressed.
I don't have autograph.
Okay, so somebody should post this worksheet online. This worksheet is a logarithm worksheet. This is from University of Colorado. This is when you Google search, this is the first worksheet come out on top for the last 20 years. So, which is a nice worksheet because it's very established, very good worksheet that actually tell you everything you need to know about log. And why do you need to know about log? Is well, actually, you don't see it here. Sorry, I'm gonna bring it on a quick time. I was telling people like you guys probably can not pass my pre-calc test. My pre-calc test will be a log test like this, and if you're interested, it's in the back. Um, but yeah, so my student have to know everything about log, including how to graph e to the x, natural log of x. You need to know that. So I'm gonna go through some basics with you. So this is a worksheet. Anybody put this on WhatsApp or no? Okay. So you're supposed to finish first, I mean, first 2 pages if you can. And there was answers in the back. You'll kind of go through like how to do log. Now, when are you gonna get tested for log? Well, ACT is one place that they will test you log. Unfortunately, they only have one question, but there was like one question, a super easy questions. So I'm gonna talk about those things first. You should know basic of log. Here's the basic of log you need to know. First of all, you should know e to the x graph. What? My bad. E to the x graph is commonly used. You can ask Jared. We use a lot of e to the x graph. Right, Jared? Yep. So, those of you guys taking BC Calc next year, e to the x graph, you need to know. Even though it looks like a very basic knowledge, but a lot of people actually don't know. So this is the e to the x graph. You have to know the arctangent graph of e to the x for the Calc 2 as well. So this is e to the x graph. What's unique about this graph? It has an asymptote. And it's also e to the x graph. So e to the 0 is what? 1. Good. So that is this point because that's e to the 0. How about limits as x approach to negative infinity of e to the x? Who says 0? Good job, 0. How do you know 0?
When it goes towards negative infinity, eventually give you.
Exactly. So you just look at graph, it's pretty much giving to you. It's going to plateau into the asymptote. Very good. Very good. Okay, so what will be the domain of the e to the x? Well, it's going to be negative infinity to infinity. Your range is going to be where? What is the range?
0 to infinity.
0 to infinity. Not including 0 because it's not touching 0. Is that okay? You have to know. This is my pre-calc question. Actually, you have to find out everything about this graph. Hold on a second. Okay. In my pre-calc, they also ask you, do you know how to graph natural log of x graph? What is the natural log of x graph? Do you guys know?
Is it like this?
You're all right. You just need to pass through a certain point, though. Had to pass this point, and also had to pass this particular point here. This particular point here. So, what is natural log of 1? You look at a graph, natural log of 1 is 0. What is the natural log of E? What? Natural log of E? 1. Very good job. How about limits as x approach 0 from the positive side of natural log of x? Oh, 0 from the positive side. Who? Negative infinity is correct. Look at this graphs. Go into a what? Go into negative infinity because going 0 from the positive side. That means this is 0. You're looking 0 from the positive side. They have an asymptote. It has a vertical asymptote. So vertical asymptote is at where? Is at x equal to 0. This has a horizontal asymptote. Y equal to 0 is a horizontal asymptote. What? There's also symmetry line between e to the x and natural log of x. This is a symmetry line. They are reflecting out of y equal to x. Very, very important knowledge. There's a basic pre-calc knowledge I teach the first day. I should teach this about 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. Understood? What is the value of E? You cheated. Yeah, it's 2.7128. How do you find the value of E? You don't know this one, but I'm going to write it down for you. Limit as x approach infinity of 1 plus 1 over x to the x is the value of E. Do you guys remember that per equation? I mean, not per equation, the bank situation? Okay, so remember the bank that is A is equal to principal times 1 plus r over n to the nt. Do you remember this? This is on SAT, right? N is how many times it compound, right? So you take the interest rate divided by n here, because if you compound it twice, so the interest rate is going to divide it by 2. And since you compound it twice, semi-annually, then that means 2 times whatever year you compound. So if it's 1 year, then you compound twice, so the n is going to be 2 here. Now imagine Mr. Ye is going to give you, open up a bank. This bank is going to give you 100% interest. Like, I'm going to give you 100% interest, right? So, but in this bank, you only can deposit $1. And you only can deposit for 1 year. Got it? $1, 1 year, 100% interest. So guess what? It's going to be $1 of 1 plus the interest rate is 100%. So it's 1 over 1 to the 1 times 1. So that's roughly 2 if I only compound once. How about semi-annually? So this is annually. What about semi-annually? No. So semi-annually is n equal to 2, right? So be 1 over 1 plus 1 over 2 to the 2 times 1. So what does that be? You can use calculator. 9 over 4 is right, 2.25. That's if I compound twice. What happens if you compound quarterly? You might need to use calculator with this one. What'd you get? No, that's not right. Huh? 2.44 would be better. 2.44. So Mr. Ye is gonna compound quarterly. I say, and you're gonna come back and say, no. I think Mr. Ye should compound as many times as possible. So what do you think as many times as possible? A6400, what is that? You guys know what's A6400? It's a very important number. No? A6400 is a very important number. How many seconds in a day, right? In times how many day in a year? Well, this one is n is, yeah, I can compound every second. Huh? In a year. So 365 times. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna compound every single second, right? If I compound every single second, it's gonna be 1 over A6400, right? That's 60 times 60, 360, 360 times 24, right? Times 365. I don't know, somebody used that. And then it's going to be 864,000 times 365. You guys can tell me what the value is going to be. I'm not going to compound quarterly. I'm going to compound every second. I'm going to give you interest. So is that going to be a very big number? Can you work it out for me? Is that going to be a huge number? This year it's going to be bankruptcy. What'd you get? What is it? 2.718. What was the number of E? $1 bank, 100% interest rate. You can charge us compound as many times as possible. Even though you go for $2 to $2.25 to $2.44, you just compound from annually to semi-annually to quarterly. But if you compound infinite amount of time, it doesn't matter how many times they are, it's gonna be 2.718. That's why that number is so special. Okay, that's E. Do you guys know the pi, by the way? How do you find the value of pi? Just in case nobody was able to answer that last period, is that Ray Hung?
Like they divided the circle into like sections and stuff.
What? How do you find the value of pi? If I give you a cup like this, I say, hey, find me a value of pi. How do you find the value of pi?
You like take like the outside and you like spread it out.
So what's that got to do with pi?
Aren't you just like the number?
You take this, that's a circumference. Yes, good.
Put it on like a line.
No, I don't. How do you find the value of pi?
Divide the radius and divide by two.
Isn't it like 2/8?
I take the circumference, I divide it by the diameter. Okay? So circumference divided by diameter. It doesn't matter how big the circle is. You can look it up. The diameter of the Earth and circumference of the Earth. You take those two numbers divided by each other, is pi. You take the sun, you take the diameter of the sun, and you take the circumference of the sun. Circumference divided by diameter is always pi. It doesn't matter how small the circle is, how big the circle is. That's why pi is so special, because pi is a ratio between circumference and diameter. You guys should know this. This is like a 4th grade math. Those are basic knowledge from 4th grade. You should know that. Like, those are the questions a 5th grader will understand and you guys don't. But you should retain on the 4th grade and keep it at 4th grade. And then go move on. So those are the basic knowledge. I wish they put on SAT. That'd be a cool question. How do you find pi? I think like 99% will fail. 99.95%. Okay, so does that make sense? How do you convert from exponential form to logarithm form? So let's say 2 to the third is equal to 8. How do I do this convert to log form?
So like log.
No. You're pretty close. Yeah.
Log base 2, 8 is equal to 3.
Yep. You draw a heart, sideways heart. Start with a base. Sideways heart. So that's going to be log base of 2 of 8 is equal to 3. You can start at this form. You can come. This is called a logarithm form. You can convert this to a base form, an exponent form. It'll be 2 to the third is equal to 8. Same way, start with the base and draw a heart, sideways heart. You should be able to solve the problem. Got it? No problem? Okay, so that's, yeah, let's show you how the problem is going to look like. So there's an answer in the back here. Very popular worksheet. You can you figure out how to do 11? This worksheet is going to be your homework.
Oh, for what?
They say find the value of y. Don't use calculator. Come on, that's weak. No calculator here. Jimmy's got it. That's a good try. It's okay. No, I mean that's a very good, put in the effort. I think a lot of you guys are so afraid to make mistake, but now you make mistake good. That's the first step. First step is to make mistake. And then second step to fix a mistake. Without calculator, does anybody get a result? Raise your hand if you did. Only one student? Ooh. That's not even calculus. This is algebra 1. Algebra 2. Anderson finally got it. Finally. He's got it. He's got it. I can see it. Nora, you got it? Huh? -3/2? Possibly. Jimmy, is that what you get? Jimmy, approve. Look. Log base of 4 of 1/8 is equal to y. 4 to the y is equal to 1/8. I would do is called common base. Very beginning of the year, I talk about common base equation. This is a very popular SAT questions. It's learning how to change the common base. What's a 4 and 8 have in common? 2. So it'll be 2 to the 2y. This one's gonna be 2 to the 3rd, but that's not really common base because you can switch this 2 to the 2y equal to 2 to the -3. So it'll be 2y equal to -3, y is equal to -3/2. So question like this, it should be easy. Common base questions. This is algebra 1, algebra 2. This is on my pre-calc test. Actually, my pre-calc test is harder than this. Is that okay? That's how to solve all the things for number 1. Even can do number 2 as well because you can just set it equal to x. So let's just say this one, what do you think this is? 3 to the x is equal to 1, right? 3 to what power is 1? 0, so it'll be 0. So first one 0, right? Take out a small part. Now log and natural log can be replaced each other. So I'm going to show you the basic log rule. So log, actually let me show you. Log means log base of 10. If I just write down log, if you click the log button on your calculator, it's a log base of 10. You can have log base of other number, but natural log is log base of e. So it's not log, it's log base of e. Okay, so natural log, that's what log base of e is. Now what happened is, it doesn't matter what log or natural log, they follow all the basic log rules. So this log rule is going to be like this. Log of m plus log of n is equal to log base of mn. Log of m minus log of n equal to log of m over n. Have you seen this rule before? Beginning of the year, I says we are gonna deal with log. You have to know it since the algebra test. Most of you guys don't remember. Log, it's gonna be log of m to the n is equal to log m to the n power. This is the basic log rule. First one's called product rule, second one's called quotient rule, third is called power rule. The fourth rule is called common base. This is also important because not at 5.3, we're doing 5.1 right now. We just do an introduction to 5.1. 5.3 and 5.4, you need to use common base. So log of base b of m is equal to natural log of m over natural log of b. That's called common base. You have to use that later. I will say the most important rule is this one. This one we're using all the time. Just because this is the only time you can bring the power down. You can bring the power from the thing down, and that's going to be the thing. So I'm going to show you how to expand the questions. Not just say if I have log of, I don't know. Let's do this. 100 x over square root of y z. And I say I want to expand this. First of all, there are two quantities divided by each other. Does that make sense? So that means I can use the second rule. So it'll be log of 100 x minus log of square root yz. Does that make sense? I use the second rule. I expand them that way. I take a step by a time. Usually I can do it in my head very quickly. But as soon as you get used to that, you're gonna see it a lot easier. Now, that's gonna be square root yz. Now on it here, it's gonna be log. This is 100 times x, right? So it'd be 100 plus log of x. Would you agree? Because of time. Is that okay? Minus log of yz to the 1/2 power. Because square root is 1/2 power. Log of 100 is what? What is log of 100? What's the log of 100? What? Huh? Yeah, what is it? Log 10 of 100. 2. 10 to the which power is 100? Plus log of x. Everybody agree? I have expanding. I'm still continuous expanding. I'm going to minus 1/2 log of yz. Did I expand all the way? No, y and z still combine together. 2 plus log of x minus 1/2. Now, y times z, so it'll be log of y plus log of z. Now, I'm going to distribute a negative sign. So 2 plus log of x minus 1/2 log of y minus 1/2 log of z. Because it's divided by y and divided by z. And this is a proper way to expand them completely. You can condense them as well due to different reason, but expanding is very important. Now you should be able to do number 3. You can try one. You can try question 12. See how you're doing. Question 11 is harder than 12. Number 12. Jared, did you do your homework yesterday? Good. It's easy.
Yeah, I haven't finished it yet.
You should
But
be
yeah,
finishing. You're gonna have to take a test tomorrow too.
This one.
The calculator and FRQ. Actually, those 3 questions are the same from BC and AB tests.
One that I took earlier this year.
No, there was the 6 FRQ for AB and BC. All of the questions exactly the same. And those are could be those 4. Well, FTC is for sure, rate in and rate out for sure. Not the kinematic. Kinematic, you had to deal with the parametric. So you had to deal with 2-dimensional. But it's good to learn 1-dimensional first, to 2-dimensional.
I think I might have cheated. What's that like? Wait, that's a whole different. Guess they don't. Oh, but I'm not gonna grab this. I don't know. Sometimes it's weird for this. I hold it by the face. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, programs. Oh, yeah. And you can like spill something and yeah, I know that. I don't know how to do that.
So those are just algebra worksheets. So do you guys finish expanding? First of all, bring the square root to the top. Right? You can bring the square root to the top 1/2 power. And then you can bring it to the top. It's going to say log of x, y squared, z to the 8. And then it's going to be 1/2. Now I'm going to expand them. So it'll be log of x plus log of y squared minus log of z to the 8. Is that okay? Can I put that power down? Log of x plus 2 log of y minus log of z to the 8. And I'll distribute it 1/2. So it'll be log of x half plus log of y minus 4 log of z. Did anybody get this? And that's how you properly expand them. And you guys should learn this last year. Ollie or Cooper? Ollie teach you this, right?
Thought so.
How about Cooper? Cooper should teach that. Right, Izzy? Oh, those are the basic log rule. Okay. You have to know all the exponential rule as well. So, yeah, okay, let's talk about true and false. It's the first one, true or false? True, true, true. Anybody says false? First one's true. The second one, true or false?
False.
That's false. Because if you would have condensed the right side, you would have get log of A over B. Log of A over B is definitely different than log A minus B. Even though that looks like it's distributed, but it's not able to distribute a log. It's like, huh?
It's really log A.
Yeah, that's log A over B. So B is second one's false.
Just do the first 2 pages. Right?
Only the first 2 pages. The answer is in the back. I'll post it. I'll post different questions for you to practice.
I actually like all of
Dude, that's all I did after I left home from tutoring, bro. Like went back home.
Dude, I like woke up today. I was like a boxer getting out of the ring. You know, already bad for this. Started even today or tomorrow. I'm still passing.
If you're a clutch, you're ready today, you're ready tomorrow, you're ready any day. You're ready anytime. You're ready now.
Exactly.
You gotta be clutch, huh? Like Michael Jordan. Not LeBron James.
Jordan is the definition.
Sean's like,
Sean's holding him.
yeah, Sean's holding him back. You can see him. He's like, he's about to splurt out the word.
Punching all of this.
Getting a vote.
Yeah, I have a lot of time to focus on SAT this week. I have no shit this week, so.
Good. Time to lock in.
I'll lock
It's an adaptive test, so don't make mistake on the first module. Use some Desmos.
Wait, why did you delay it? Why did you delay the test? Okay. So we don't have a test.
I couldn't believe Luke. I was like, he's lying.
I was like, there's no way, because last time they tried to gaslight us. Because they were like, oh no, the test isn't today. And I'm like, the test is today, what are you talking about? Or no, it was the opposite. They were telling us it was a test. What's up?
Tomorrow I'm gonna have like 3 reviews. I'm not gonna be here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna load them up.
Ron, you're a senior, right?
No, I'm a junior.
Oh.
Fifth grade.
You have the attendance of a senior.
I do have to. I've been at this since freshman year.
That's not good.
Yeah, it's gotta be like a junior song, but I'll take it.
I think it's called senior.
Oh my god, this meeting is so long.
Hi, Elaine. Hi, Elaine. Yeah, for some reason we don't have this.
I'm actually good at something.
Oh, you're actually good at something?
Mr. A, did you forget to print the test?
No, okay, so long story. I'll tell you in a sec. Huh?
You fumbled your bag.
Fumble my bag.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Bro.
Huh? Gen Z. Fumble my bag.
Simple as.
Simple ass.
Yeah. Okay, wait, simple as not even like. You know what I mean?
I love how the reason you don't have a test is very.
Yeah, I was so happy when I saw that.
You're so happy.
So I would
Then that makes you so screwed tomorrow.
No,
right?
I wanted it to be today just to get it over with, because I think I'll do decently and stuff.
Oh. Dumbest. Actually, not gonna lie, you guys will probably feel that one. Yeah, you would have failed that one too.
Okay, listen, you compared me to a goldfish. I don't look like a goldfish.
I saw a picture. It's a very pretty thing.
Because I told him.
All right, so yeah, I know you guys are so sad that we don't have a test today.
The one day Raj decided to show up. And now you heard it.
I know, Raj is gonna not
He
show
has
up
to show
tomorrow.
up 2 days in a row. His world view has just crumbled.
Well, Josh, if you don't show up tomorrow, I'm gonna kick your ass. You know that, right? I literally stuck my foot in your ass.
Are you sure?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Raj, I'll testify to this.
Yo, what do you mean?
We're just not
Kevin, what?
So like, I went to go study with Austin,
Style, like-
Ryan, Simon, and Shaven. And like, Kevin calls me, I was like, yo, can I pull up? The last time Chase, Cody, and Kevin pulled up, we got nothing done. So like, Austin made us all shut up and be like, nah, bro, nobody's here. It's just me, bro. Like, they all went home.
Why?
And then Kevin called again, and was like, please, Austin, like, please take a show up.
I don't
He was already with
look
Chase,
pronounce
Tony,
his
and
last
like,
name.
them at like public.
I was gonna go. I knew if Kevin was gonna be there.
Yeah,
No,
Kevin's a distraction.
Marina. Oh, yeah, that.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
No, I don't mean loot. I mean spice.
And I was like, Loki, Chase and Tony being able to go.
Energy. It's. Oh wait, it
But then,
delayed.
but then like, what? Kevin would not get anything done.
It's like
Kevin need to be like individually
I'm studying A. Can you show us the studying
and
to good
get like
clip?
tutors on like calculus.
No, like.
And you can kick his ass.
Oh no, wait, there's a YouTube.
Let me show you.
I thought it was.
What's that?
You can